The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gaz, an orc barbarian, sworn protector of the Caliban frontier.
I'm Konnor Shenold. I play Konnor with a K, Kobold Sorcerer who's a continuous thorn in the Empire's side.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Zonimus Dinar, a paladin of dusk, using vengeance as a tool to protect the ones I love.
I'm Kiri Hester. I play Poppy Tea Leaf, the halfling desert druid determined to save the wild places from the ambitions of civilization.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer finding his true family as revealed by the secrets of the frontier.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Caliban Frontier. You sit on the deck of Thundercrack's Revenge, headed out into the obsidian wastes. There is an almost unnatural storm on the horizon, as if the gods themselves sense that something has gone wrong. You all look over the scrying bowl, watching as the dread Lord Cimarron returns from his long, long imprisonment. This is the challenge you face. This is the foe that threatens the safety of the entire frontier. If you don't stop him, who will?
As we're gathered around watching Fortunato do this ritual to bring back Cimarron, can I do an Arcana check to get a sense of which ritual he was kind of doing?
Sure.
You could also ask Mokrin for help since he has a higher Arcana than you.
Hey, Mokrin, I've been trying to rack my head about what spell that was. Think you could help me out?
Roll with advantage, Mokrin.
14 plus my Arcana, so modified 20.
With a 20, the two of you watching and observing. This ritual seems to be, yes, Cimarron's soul was sealed within the bottle and has since been freed and forcibly shoved into the container that is Wiley. So it would take a highly similar ritual to put him back, to get the genie back into the bottle. So while it is a powerful ritual that does require a decent amount of know-how, you think that if you could get your hands on the keys and channel that power, you may be able to reverse the reversal.
Do we feel like we would also need Thundercrack to do that?
There is a high possibility if you were to severely weaken Cimarron and then use the lingering power in the keys, you might be able to do it.
So Konnor, I think if we can keep those keys connected in power with what I know about banishment and the weave, we might be able to suck them back in. Remember the way that we trapped the Mine Eater?
Yeah, and Konnor kind of ponders this a little more and thinks back to all the stories that we've heard from the guardians of these keys themselves. I think, and this could be wrong, but I don't think it's so much as just grabbing the key. I think it's wielding the key, becoming the key guardians.
Oh boy.
But there's 5 of us.
Well, Makrin feels real earthy, and I feel like you're dragon adjacent. Maybe that's fiery. Zonimus can use Eopix's bow, and Eopix was the guardian of air, so maybe he's got some lingering there. And, she who weeps her tears made the waters of the world, and I feel like she likes me a little bit, so I feel like I'm just saying, and then...
Gaz will be working to weaken Cimarron. That will be my job. Do what you need to do to take the keys, make them work. I will bring Cimarron down.
I think I have an idea about how I may be able to help you with that. And Poppy gets a thinking face on.
Someone roll me just an insight check.
My insight's pretty good. So dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Is it 15 plus 5?
Mm-hmm. So... this is all well and good, but there's one seemingly important component that actually does seem to seal him away. Blood?
Okay, so Wiley's blood got him out. Does Wiley's blood put him back in?
From everything that you've learned, Eopix literally one time did mention Cimarron's blood. They had to have his bloodline.
Yeah.
So it is Wiley's blood.
Yeah, trust me, there will be plenty of blood from both Wiley and myself.
We at least can grab the keys, and maybe if we do enough damage to Cimarron...
I mean, surely Cimarron didn't willingly give up his blood last time.
Yeah.
The stories say Sneaky Coyote stole it, so...
Anything else we need to do? Because I want to go talk to Zonimus whenever.
Not right this second.
Okay. Zonimus,
Guys,
do you have a moment?
I do. Not many left, though.
No. We seem to be headed toward a final conclusion here. And I just wanted to say that you have been my brother, my orc brother, and I am proud to stand by you as we face off against this evil, the brothers of the Caliban, together.
When I first saw you out there dancing in the wind, I knew that when this moment came, you'd be dancing at my side. And I'll put my hand out for the barbarian handshake.
Not only that, I will take the arm and I will take you in for a hug. And say we have one more night until we either win the day or at least go out in glory, as our orc forefathers did.
Mead.
Indeed.
And I'm gonna say, hey, watch this. Hey, Konnor,
Yeah,
come here.
all right. Then I'll walk over.
Look at Gaz and kind of make my eyes really wide and then flash a grin. Konnor, hold you back at shoulder's length and look at you. Scoot you over just a little bit and look at you. Scoot you. I don't know if it's the moonlight or what it is, but are you a little darker than you were a few days ago?
Huh?
Gaz, what do you think?
I have no idea.
Out of character, you know what I'm doing?
No.
When you hang out around a dragon, you might change colors to that dragon.
Turning into a nightmare kobold.
He does. He does seem a bit
Yeah?
darker.
A little darker.
Konnor will
Huh.
lift up his arms.
How
check
about
his
that?
skin, eye you all suspiciously.
Konnor,
What?
I can think of no other dragonkin I would want to stand next to. When we all started this out, for me, it was just meeting you in the desert. And we've become close. And even if it is the end, I feel like I've made good friends.
Yeah, well, guess it's better to die with you lot than sitting around back at Thundercrack's lair.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up, but since we're all talking about death, I was putting together an in case we die box. Is there I was going to leave directions to deliver it to Smithson if anybody would like to put anything inside the in case we die box. Any letters, any journals, maps, books, to deliver to Smithson in case we die.
Yeah, you're gonna open that box up and I'll reach in my pocket and pull out a deck of cards and I'm gonna glance over at Makrin and...
You want to play hand?
One more hand and
You
then
bet.
I'm gonna motion it to the box.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's play some cards. Poppy, you in?
Yes, of course.
Gaz!
I love a game of poker. Konnor?
Well, I lost all my stuff.
Yeah, you were left
While
holding the
back.
bag. I'll spot you.
I think this deserves to go in here too. And I'll reach into my backpack for something of Gideon's, pulling out just a kind of regular looking amulet and drop it in the box.
I'm also leaving letters for Yazgash.
As am I.
I figured you probably would. A letter for Riza, just saying Gideon served Doggo well, and then I'm also going to put Gideon's. If you listen real carefully, you can hear where I snagged this. But I have the picture of Karen and Caleb of Gideon, so I'm going to put that in the box as well, with a little note to them saying, like, keep Gideon's heart alive, and also, if Wildfire lives, he is a free dog.
And I think we need one final feast as tomorrow morning.
Well, listen, I'm gonna go into the galley for a while. Wildfire's coming with me. Leave us alone. And then you just hear pots flying, just so much noise.
I'm going to go into the galley while Poppy's in there. I have a very important question to ask you first.
Okay, and she has a hard time making eye contact with you and is just stirring something on the stove, but is looking at you. There is a very cute flower mark on her left cheek.
Poppy, this is important.
Okay, she'll put her bowl down.
Are you ready to spend the rest of your life without me?
I mean, I'd rather not, but I feel like after everything we've been through and after with Gideon, I feel like Dusk is gonna take good care of you because you guys are pals. So I feel like it would be hard for a while, but I would be okay. But are you ready to spend the rest of your life without me?
No, I'm not. That's why if it goes that way, I'm ready to jump in that box with you. And I'm just gonna bend down and kiss you. If you acknowledge the kiss, that's where it is. If you don't, it's on your forehead.
It is returned.
And I'm gonna turn around, give some scritches, and walk out.
While we are in there cooking, I will have a nice serious conversation with Wildfire wherein I tell him that if he doesn't want to come, he doesn't have to come. It's likely that he will die. But I gave him the choice he could stay on the boat with the stuff and the guards, or he can come with us, but we don't need to roleplay all of that out. More clanking pot sounds. Small explosions.
Y'all ready for that card game?
I'm gonna pull the cards out of the box, stack them up, slap them, my hands together with them in the middle, and start to pull them apart, and then stop and hand them across the table to Makron.
All right. And Makron starts to cut them and shovel in gas. You should do those.
Oh, very well. I did this with several of my companions. It's a great way to pass the time. I deal out.
As Gaz is talking, his voice kind of goes into the background, and I think the rest of us kind of remember the night of poker at the McKee Ranch. Yeah. And Gideon sitting there and shuffling the cards, and I hope that we all think about how proud of us he would be getting into kind of accomplishing the thing that we didn't necessarily set out here to accomplish, but that was thrust upon us, and all of those nice things.
When you deal them out, whoever's sitting to the left is anonymous. When that card goes to them, he's gonna pull it over and put it in an empty spot between the both of us and say, no, one more, keep going. We're dealing an empty chair. But I will take these cards, collectively sit them here, and no one touches them and no one flips them over.
Very good.
No playing hand. Roll it.
If you have proficiency with playing cards, you get to add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Because it's just regular 20.
If you don't have proficiency with cards, I would still say you could potentially add either your insight or your deception, whichever you would prefer.
So deception, insight, and then proficiency on top of that
20.
if you haven't, yeah.
Everybody else say their cards first.
I got a 3. It is to try to get the lowest, correct?
I got a modified 7.
Good job, Makron. Proud of you. To be clear, I have proficiency with playing cards, so I'm adding my proficiency bonus, which is 5. Am I adding anything else?
Either wisdom or charisma.
So after all of the additions, I have 30.
Okay.
Wow.
I rolled a nat 20, guys.
Yeah, I got close. I
No.
got 27.
I'm gonna look at my cards and I'm gonna go, yeah, Gaz, you're right. It is lowest wins on the first round, right, everyone? I'm gonna throw my cards back in the middle of the table.
Oh, did I win?
Yeah, Gaz, you won.
Yep, totally won.
One more hand.
No. Sad.
I got an 11.
Oh, I think Wildfire's calling me. I better go check my souffle.
23 this time.
Wow.
I know.
I only got an 8, so 10. I mean 18.
Konnor?
30.
I got a 22.
And the Kobold takes
The dessert is ready and dinner is ready. So me and 11 of my friends get to do this. So obviously all of you guys, and then Wildfire too. Why not? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 6 places left.
Please tell us what spell you're
We are
casting
casting Hero's Feast. You bring forth a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. The feast takes 1 hour to consume and disappears at the end of that time, and the beneficial effects don't set in until this hour is over. Up to 12 creatures can partake in the feast. A creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poisons, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and Ash and I have discussed beforehand that if I use 5 fate chips, they will let me max this out?
Yes.
Yes. And it gains the same number of hit points, but we're already at full right now. These benefits last for 24 hours. So I'm making this essentially right before we go to bed so that they will be enacted for the next 24 hours. So by dusk tomorrow, it will...
Still be in effect.
It'll go up.
So 20 temporary hit points, advantage on wisdom saving throws, immune to poison and fright.
Yes.
So, you all sit down in the galley of the ship, partaking of what could be your last meal. Magically infused, this is some of the tastiest cuisine you have ever tried. You will sleep, and then tomorrow you will face him.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
The black sands of the obsidian wastes fly beneath your ship. You eat up ground faster and faster and faster. Time speeding up and slowing down as you know the inevitable is coming. Soon enough, a large, decaying structure comes into view. Pennants and banners have been replaced, showing the black, open palm of the Empire of the Eternal Flame. Between you and the palace lies an amassing army. Myrmidons made of flame, elementals scorching the earth between them, jostling for power, and others, seemingly brought forth from the plane of fire. On the ground and a few soaring through the air, you see older style Empire galleons. Because the thing that you notice off in the distance, swirling, is a large open portal, likely leading to the elemental plane of fire, through which Cimarron is bringing forth his forces. In the skies, Thundercrack roams, performing aerial reconnaissance and security. A seemingly impossible task lies before you.
Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
You got that staff ready?
Yeah.
You need to sneak in and be real quiet. I don't know what's coming through that hole over there, but they might be able to see us even with Poppy's magics.
I'm also willing and capable of outcasting a spell slot for invisibility. I know that in the past, the unmanned ship, we were able to make it completely invisible, but maybe I can just make it look like a mirage.
They might think the skyship is one of their own because they don't know.
Or we could sit down and walk in.
Yeah.
Also an option.
Let Nightmare take the skies.
I think that's the better plan.
Some of the Dragonborn that are with you, again, you've kind of been teaching them how to man the ship.
Yeah.
One particular one looks at you and says, even with magic, if you go in by foot, it will be a long trek, and you may find yourselves injured or worse. Perhaps we could attempt to rush past her?
Possibly.
And maybe go straight to the castle and maybe on the roof.
We drop you at the roof and then we take the ship and use it to keep her busy.
I like this idea. I also like for people to have choice in the world, so I also still have Windwalk stocked. The problem with this is that we cannot attack anything for a minute.
I think right now, let's just go in with the boat and
Right.
land on the roof.
Let's save your power for later, Poppy.
Yeah.
Go in with the boat, get dropped at the roof.
We want to save as many of your powers as possible.
I'm going to look back to the Dragonborn. You cause a distraction. As soon as you see Nightmare, you get out of there.
Yes, of course.
And Poppy, you can keep us safe even before we hit the roof with Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, Konnor, do you like the helm still, or do you want to step away?
I'll pass it off so they can man it and be closer to Poppy.
I will still allow you to make these checks.
Okay.
Because this is your ship. So, the Dragonborn, following your orders, gun it. You're but one ship, and so you can kind of avoid and go around, some of the other areas around here. I mean, because the terrain itself is pretty flat. Like, unfortunately, they're gonna see y'all coming from miles.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is one of those situations where they kind of wait until Thundercrack in her circling is the farthest away. but they basically gun it and get the ship, flying maximum speed. Thundercrack does notice. So you guys get pretty close, but she comes in to try to stop you. So I need you to give me a piloting check. What would you prefer, your dexterity or your spellcasting modifier, which for you would be charisma?
Charisma.
Basically, we'll run it like a spelljammer.
Yeah.
Your charisma, and I will allow you to add your proficiency bonus because you have been working with this ship. So again, you can kind of give the directions as far as hit it, gun it, swerve here, swerve there.
Okay. So my charisma is +5 and my proficiency is +5, so +10?
Yeah.
A 17.
So, you and Thundercrack actually tie. As you are basically coming in, you're coming in very hot, and it's one of those things that she does get a strafing run and wheels back around, but it does seem like they will be able to safely get as close to the roof as they can, so that you guys can basically jump ship. So, I will take either an acrobatics or an athletics.
Is wildfire coming? I gave him the choice.
Wildfire looks at that jump and freezes.
Okay, Zonnie, what'd you get?
21.
17.
28.
Natural 19 for a 22.
Nice.
I also got a natural 19 for a 22.
Woo! Excellent. So you all land safely on the roof of Cimarron's palace. And you watch as the Dragonborn peel off with the ship, Thundercrack strafing by. You feel, the whoosh of the wings past your hair. But this is also the moment that you do see out to the horizon, streaking across the plain, a Pegasus.
Zonos, look!
Behind him, a contingent of elves. Cresting the hill, you hear ferocious battle cries. Null warriors. And they begin to engage the army of Cimarron, distracting them, getting as much attention off of your approach as possible. And roaring overhead, the form of a great black dragon collides with Thundercrack. The pair engaged in a deadly dance, while Empire gunships scramble to get into the air.
Poppy, your staff. Now.
I think we need to grab the keys, first of all.
We go as quickly as we can, stealthily toward the courtyard.
All right, roll up.
+10.
+10.
+10.
I cast invisibility on myself.
So you would get advantage on your stealth roll.
Plus the +10.
Oh, much better. Because that's a 25 all in all.
36.
29.
26.
29.
25.
Okay. Some of you, out of sight, out of mind, sneaking along the roofs, eventually dropping down into the corridors. You make your way as best you can as Empire forces scramble to meet the threat that has seeming to appear almost out of nowhere. You find your way to the courtyard, standing eerily still in front of the altar is the form of wily Smokes Moran. Though he doesn't seem to carry himself in the same way anymore, but there he stands, seemingly oblivious to your approach. It would probably be beneficial at this point to go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah.
I do want to put down a potion of fire resistance as we are walking.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so what is everybody doing right before initiative? Gaz, you have quaffed the potion of fire resistance.
Yes.
Anonymous, are you choosing to do anything before we actually start combat?
It's the aura of purity.
So you have the courtyard,
Uh-huh.
and then you basically have like the entrance that you guys are coming in.
Can we... And the pillars are way over there by the altar.
Yeah, way up.
About what's that length there?
So the pillars are about 80 feet straight ahead. Cimarron Wiley is standing right between you and your goal.
So he's about 40 feet.
Leave Wiley alone right now.
I'm not.
Gaz
You're going straight for Wiley?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what Gaz is doing.
And we're
That's
going
my
for
job.
So we send
Okay.
Gaz forward. The rest of us
Go get
So
your
basically, at the
key.
start of the battle, you guys are coming in here. Give me your loose marching order.
I am in front.
I'm right on you.
Yeah. He and I are side by side.
Okay.
I'll be to the other side of Gaz, not like one square behind.
Yeah. The two of you behind, and then
And I'll be
Poppy
behind
is.
someone.
I'm in the back.
You're in the back.
Okay.
I have the shortest
And you're
window.
invisible, which is
I
take
am
advantage of that
invisible.
while you
Awesome.
can.
So go ahead and give me your initiative.
23.
Connor,
19,
what's your dex modifier?
2.
You will go after. Gaz.
Also 23. What's your dex modifier?
4.
Okay, so you'll go first.
Makrin
10.
and Poppy.
I also got a 10. What's your dex?
My dex is +3.
Mine is also +3.
Roll off! Rollies.
I got a 6.
I got a 3.
Okay, so Poppy then.
Poppy, then Makrin. Okay. And of course, you all were quite stealthy. I'm not saying you weren't, because those were excellent stealth rolls, and it allowed you to make it through the palace undetected.
Cimarron's basically a god, though.
However, as soon as you step into that courtyard, the form of Wiley turns.
Pests in my palace. Not unexpected, given how long this place was abandoned. But I sense you are here for a specific reason. So, let us tango.
And he snaps his fingers, and very north, just behind the pillar with the earth key, fire elemental bursts into life. 2 corners, right next to the edge of the door where you all stand, at the south end of the room, 2 more fire elementals. So, Cimarron, Wiley in the middle, 1 elemental to the north, 2 elementals to the south. So a loose triangle formation. And with that, Zonimus.
Is he within 30 of me?
From your position, he is 50 feet ahead.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to move up. I'm going to bonus action bamf myself to the other side of him. And swing.
So you also notice that once you get into his space, there seems to be a flaming aura about him that will damage you on his turn. FYI. But continue on.
20 to hit.
Hits exactly.
14. I don't know him yet. Does radiance or anything or any of this matter to him? Because there was some radiant in there.
Some radiant. Yeah, no,
Okay.
it didn't seem to have any special effect.
28 again to hit him.
We'll hit.
15.
15. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, Gaz.
I am going to drop my flame tongue and my shield. And I'm going to rage as my claws pop out. He said he's 55 feet. When entering my rage, I get to pounce up to half my speed. So I am running 40 feet, pouncing up 15 feet, and just going at him. So claw attacks. Unfortunately, it's only a D6, but I get 3 attacks. Going reckless. Unfortunately, my first attack is a 19.
Will not hit.
Nope. Second attack is a 29.
Will hit.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
And my third attack with my claws, 29 to hit for 9 points of damage. And I say, we are not the pests. We are the exterminators.
Burn!
Legendary action, combustion. Gaz, I need a constitution saving throw.
13.
That's a fail. 71 points of fire damage.
Fortunately, I take half of that.
Not only that, because you failed, you also catch fire. So a target on fire takes an additional 3d6 fire damage at the start of your turn. You will remain on fire until you or another creature takes an action to douse the flames. So that'll be it for him. But it is now his turn. Those of you who are within 10 feet, 18 points of damage as his fiery aura leaps out at you. So for his turn, he looks back at the 3 who have not yet entered the battlefield. I need the 3 of you to give me dexterity saving throws as he drops a fireball. Makrin, I would allow if you would like to react and counterspell.
Makrin would like to do that, yes.
Maid Slayer.
Go for it.
So counterspell at 3rd level.
Oh, it's a 3rd level spell, so yeah, it automatically succeeds.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah.
And I hit him for 16 points of damage.
Excellent. Well, that's it for him. He looks to his elementals and he just says,
Hold, please. Let us see if we can eliminate these pests on our own.
So he's commanding the elementals to basically stand guard. The one to the north does seem to be very keen on keeping an eye on the Earth Key. Poppy, you're up.
Where's it, Konnor and then Poppy?
Did I miss you, Konnor?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Okay, yeah. Sorry, you're the other 19.
Yes.
So now you get to go. I'm so sorry.
Okay. I'm going to rush forward to be away from Makrin and Poppy. And what I want to do is use Thunderstep, just have it not blast anything, but use it to teleport myself to the fire key.
Is that a full action to use Thunderstep?
Yes.
Okay. So you are currently at the fire key.
Yes.
You do see the elemental that is guarding the Earth Key does look to you. You do seem to have its attention. Okay, is that all for you?
Yes.
Okay. Makrin.
Makrin steps forward about 10 feet and then twins banishment pointing to his left and right to the 2 fire elementals.
And what is my DC on that?
It is a DC 18 now.
18. Is that charisma, please?
Yes, it is.
One got an 18, the other got a 4. So one remains, one poofs out?
Yes, and if it's native to a different plane, it's there.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's gone.
They're
Yeah.
fire elementals.
Exactly.
They're from the plane of fire.
Right.
Poppy.
As an action, I am going to wild shape into an eagle. And this means I have 80 feet flying speed. I want to go for the water key, and that's all I have.
Well, my friends, this is it. This is the fate of the world resting here on your shoulders. As you face down the Dread Lord, Cimarron, reborn, we have to see how this plays out next time.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makrin Stone Shaper, Johnny Payne as Zonimus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Connor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gaz. Special thanks to our Silver Star Paladin patron, Shenanigans Unplugged. Our theme music was created by the Cinemagician PJ Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music, courtesy of TabletopAudio.com, Sirenscape, and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at RedDirtDND.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/RedDirtDND. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban Frontier.
Going to throw over a fate chip.
Let's say, at this point, guys, smoke them if you got them.
For our listeners, Ash means the fate chips do not roll over and must be used by the end of the campaign.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so Wiley's blood got him out. Does Wiley's blood put him back in? Or is it like the opposite of Wiley's blood? And if it's the opposite of Wiley's blood, what's the opposite of Wiley?
Water genasi.
Water genasi.
You have my sword.
It's your bow.
And his blood.
Yeah. You have my sword and my bow.
And my Glock.
Do we feel like...
Oh, my back.
I bet it'll be fine. This won't come back to bite us in the tushy at all. To deliver to Smithson in case we die.
Hold on, I have some pictures.
Yes.
And then you just hear pots flying, just so much noise, cartoon style.
As long as we make sure that Wildfire washes his hands.
Of course, he knows. He is OSHA certified.
I'm going to go into the galley while Poppy's in there.
Get out of my kitchen!
Y'all ready for that card game?
Yeah.
I didn't get to play with y'all last time.
Oh, wait, let me turn this timer on. Wildfire, come get me in 10 minutes.
Anybody got a 2?
Well,
Go fish.
Oh, no. Yeah, we were actually going to play poker.
Oh, well, then I need to redeal.
When that card goes to them, he's going to pull it over and put it in an empty spot between the both of us and say, no, one more, keep going. We're dealing an empty chair.
Bonus content, we've made Michael Cross cry again. I'm not crying, but he might be.
There's something in my eye. There's something in my eye. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Anonymous.
Oh, crap. Did I call you by your real name? I'm sorry. Konnor?
6 guards.
6 of our red shirts get to do
I
it.
don't know how many of
Some
them
of the
came
red
with
shirts
us.
who will probably eventually just end up watching the boat while you guys go off on your adventures. But
There's
that's
no
okay.
point in putting it to waste. We can't put it in Tupperware.
Although that would be awesome.
Dear Mr. Smithson, have you ever thought about food safety?
Consider refrigeration.
And we want the boat back, not a scratch on it.
No guarantees.
No joyriding.
Got the strange.
Actually, joyride. That'll make you faster.
No, boys. Make good choices.
Push the NOS
Is that the strangest feeling? I'll never see her again, guys.
Not a scratch, you promise. Okay. Okay, all you dragonkin, the wolf's in charge.
His name is Wildfire. He's an excellent accountant.
His name is now Captain Wildfire.
Can we do 2 fate tips on the same roll?
I'll allow it.
Okay, because I
You're
don't.
spending a resource.
On Lucky, you can only use it once. You are dead to me!
Oh no!
Last one. Because the fate chips, they die.
Yeah.
So, might as well. I'm sorry, that one went wild. Don't make me kill you too.
Come on!
That's much better.
Oh.
If I roll poorly, can I choose to cast invisibility on myself?
What is up with you today?
This is not the time, Dice. This is not the time.
So it.
Are you sure they're not from the plane of elementals?
So it's got to run all the way back around to where Fortunato has the door open.
Right? Exactly. You're gonna have to
Come
run
out,
to
then
where.
run across the thing.
He gets back to the fireplace, like, and starts jogging back towards the portal.
Pardon me, excuse me, I need to be in front. Pardon me, excuse me.
I had a very important mission. Hold on.
Let me through. You wait your turn. Get back in line.
I know that he can see me.
You can see.
We made eye contact.
Very intense eye contact.
I think he sees me. Does he see me?
I totally see you.
So I'm